confirm if you want to pull us up.
Gotcha.
I think our mics need to go a little bit louder. Test.
Alrighty. I think we're good.
Yeah. Yep, we're good. Hello, Lunchtime Live.
Hello, everybody.
Tom and
My
Wes.
name is
here.
Tom.
Yeah, I'm Wes. Hello.
So obviously, I'm Eric. This is Ross. We're
Hello.
not Tom and Wes. Tom is outside trying to make something work,
We're so sorry.
and Wes is coming back from a vacation. So we're here for you today. Go ahead and get those questions in, and we have some pre-asked ready to go. Do we have audio?
Yeah, we have audio. Yeah, we're good. Are they not able to hear us? It might be kind of quiet.
I'm not getting audio, they said.
Well, that's ridiculous. I think that's a lie.
unbelievable. We're fixing it.
All right, how does it sound right now? Me and Eric are quiet talkers in comparison to Tom
Hello.
and Wes. They'd
be screaming in the mics.
They do be.
No, that's just you guys, buddy. I don't know.
I turned.
Oh, we can hear you. Okay, they can hear us. They can hear us. There's just somebody that can.
I hear it. I hear us.
All right, good.
Uh,
So when do we get the Turkish oil wrestling? It exists. You just have to find the channel.
yeah, it's one of our alt accounts.
Yes. Or the primary. Maybe this is the alt account. You just haven't got into it yet. But yeah.
Yes.
This, I think 2 weeks, we have Arsenal. MSW's on the horizon. There's a couple other fun events.
Shall we?
Sector 7 is peppered in there somewhere. We have
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff coming up, so.
Just got back from SAG Ops.
We just got back from Stag Ops. That is also true.
What was the name of that event? Summer, Midsummer?
No, that was Autumn Justice.
Autumn Justice. Yeah, looking through that footage right now. It looked fun. Wish I could have been there.
Absolutely. So,
you
if
guys-
there aren't any immediate questions, I have the ones from
Yeah, pull them up.
our Instagram.
If you guys haven't seen already, we have a giveaway for a beautiful gun that is behind me that I'm not going to look at
Yes.
or touch or anything. But if you go and comment on our post, share it to the story, you could win the SEMA RD701. It's pretty cool, actually. I really like it.
Based off of the Rifle Dynamics AKs
Yes.
made here in America.
Yeah, it's
so it's
EMG Rifle Dynamics licensed. It's
cool.
It's very cool. I kind of want one. Yeah, what do we got, Sweet Rick?
Okay, so from Backdraft Innovations, what is one airsoft product that we have that has a ton of potential but was executed so poorly that it sucks? I think there's like an obvious one. It's the Flak 10.
Yeah,
I think,
but it didn't suck though.
It was just the distribution sucked, and then the company sucked. And
Well,
then
yeah.
The company fell.
I mean,
and
there
then
are other
everybody got
problems. I
boned.
think the gun itself though is fine.
No, the gun is cool. I mean, it's ugly.
I'm trying to think of a gun that came out that I was excited about that just wasn't it.
The MG4.
Yeah, that's fair.
The VFC MG4, like, I don't know why they had to reinvent the wheel on that gun, because like all they had to do was release a light machine gun in an MG4 body that already was proven to work, i.e. like the old A&K
Yeah.
249 systems, like that all LMGs fell under, but they had some double feeding system where it was from the mag and the inner magazine, and it's hard to work on. I just wish that gun, and the price point, I just wish that gun was like every other machine gun on the market, but
Yeah. No,
But,
I agree with that.
unfortunately not.
I mean, I feel like there are a lot of light machine guns that do that though. They're just like different models, but they decide to reinvent the inside
Yeah,
rather than just doing one that
why?
is known to work.
that's my biggest. I wish they
Yeah.
would just have an MG4 that was easy to work on and
Yeah,
standard,
yeah.
and not $1,400, because that's crazy.
Is it going to be worth it to rent nods for Arsenal? I don't know. What was the night?
Well, to be honest, Arsenal is in the fall this year. So that means, in 2 weeks, it might be getting dark around 5:30, 6 o'clock. So there might be a 3 or 4 hour period of time where, I'm not sure their schedule, so don't quote me, but I don't think they're going to end at 6 o'clock. And it's going to be getting dark around then, I'm sure. So it might actually be worth it. I mean, I would tell you straight up if you're going to an event and you asked if it's worth to rent night vision, I would tell you if it was or not. But that might be one that is worth. You might get a lot of time to run under night vision.
Yeah, now that the days are getting shorter, we can get some more nods play.
Yeah, and who's running the trailer? I assume Tom. I would assume Tom's running the trailer.
What weekend is that one?
That's not this weekend.
Next weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably Tom and Logan, I guess.
The Gataway. You wish. We are doing amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Eric. And Ross. Give
Hi,
Ross some love.
I'm also here. It's okay though.
Boss units win. ACR. Boss units win. I don't know.
I want
hopefully that we get them in. I'm not sure. I'm not on the ordering side, so hopefully.
If Tom was in here, he would give you an ambiguous date.
Yeah.
He would not tell you either.
January 1st and December 31st.
Sometime in
given
the
year.
future. I definitely want one. I want to mess with it. I want to play with it.
ACR, I assume you mean the rifle ACR, right? I mean, I don't know. I can't think of
I'd assume
ACR,
so.
Unless that's like a boss unit thing. But I love the old PTS ones. Those are the old Masadas. Thoughts on Wolverine Havoc? Well, we've only seen it used once, and we have
That's true.
got a little bit of time behind it, so
I mean,
we'll have more on that. We'll have more on that soon, hopefully.
yeah, we're trying to compare
Can't say
it.
too much. I don't even know that much, but I know I want to be careful with that one because
Yeah, we wanna definitely do our testing, get some comparisons in with other shotguns on the market. But I mean, it's pretty innovative. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's dope. I think,
you don't see anything really like it.
Shotguns are such a huge fad right now in airsoft. Not that it's gonna go away, but shotguns are a huge thing right now.
And if you looked close enough in the Havoc ad, you might have seen some of our guys getting blasted by it. So, that's always cool.
That's true.
We'll sneak into the behind the scenes there with that one.
24-hour MSW The Raid.
Yeah.
Thoughts? I think what is it, February, January maybe?
I don't remember the
North
date,
Carolina?
but it's going to be intense.
I think it's going to be intense too. I think it's going to be like 24 hours of non-stop action.
Yeah, they're really going to be shoving that whole 40-hour weekend into one day. So.
I think so too. I think it looks really cool.
What's the AO for that? Is it one they've done before?
I don't think so. I think it's in North Carolina.
Okay.
The only one that I
it's
can
North
remember
Carolina.
is the Aerodrome, which is like an old airport, like not airport, but like a runway.
No, that'd be a cool one for sure.
When it comes to footwear, what your go-to myself? I'm trying out Guermont Nemesis tactical boots. I think Loa. I've done Solomon's and Loa, which are probably like the top, in my opinion, and I think a lot of other people's opinions. Those are like the top two, like tactical boots. I like Loa more though.
Yeah.
We carry it.
I wear old 511s.
No, I mean 511 makes a great shoe.
Yeah, the
so I don't
511s,
think-
they're old and beat up.
Yeah.
Although honestly, I've been caught in the woods in tennis shoes before.
I
Depends on where I'm at, but if
There's-
I'm doing some TRP gameplay, I'm out there in tennis shoes. I don't care. I'm in my New Balances.
Whenever a couple years ago we went to Mercer, which is a local field for us.
Well, you gotta be careful on Mercer.
We were walking to. It was snowing and it was
yeah,
muddy. And it
yeah,
was
yeah,
miserable.
you all turn into a mud pit.
And we were
real quick.
walking to spawn before the game started. I looked in front of me and I could see this kid's ankles. Like he was wearing like Converse, like low cut.
I thought you were gonna say he
Converses.
lost his shoes in the mud because
might-
I've seen someone walk around barefoot with a lost shoe in
He
the
might
mud.
as
at
well
Mercer.
have because
I've seen it.
the amount of mud and snow and visible like wet sock he had. I was like, this kid is going to
it's
get
rough.
trench foot.
Bring
Maybe
extra
die.
pairs of socks. Honestly, who cares what shoes you run? Keep your feet dry.
I think Loa though. If you want my recommendation, Loa is definitely. I've been running a Loa boot for probably the better part of 2.5 years now. Same one too. It hasn't given out on me.
No, they're nice.
Someone get the other Ross on. Well, he's from.
How about the other Ross pulls up here?
He's a pull up first.
Yeah.
Pull up or call him Pampers because he pulls up. Sorry. I'm gonna go home now. I'm gonna clock out.
All right, live's over, y'all. Cutting it there.
We need HPA blowbacks to hit the mainstream.
Yeah, we do though. We do.
Yeah, I mean, But Daytona has been around. That's true. It just Daytona is like it's finicky. It's a finicky system. It's a really cool system. It's an awesome.
It is.
Like it's really cool to see people that run them, but it takes a special amount of resolve because you're not getting the performance.
I need more Daytonas.
We look at Daytona that performs like a Jack or like an Acto.
Yeah. I need a Daytona that performs that well. That's also an AK.
Yeah, I hear you.
But what are you gonna do?
I run my Hey Dudes for national events. Well, I mean, I feel like a lot of events don't even allow Hey Dudes. I think they would look at your shoe wear and be like, it's closed toe, but
Listen, we can.
it's not closed heel.
Can we talk about real quick? Battle of Six Flags. Tom in the helicopter, no shoes, dogs out. Bro wore flip flops. They say you can't do that on a helicopter. He's up there barefoot.
He's like
He's got bare toes, dogs wiggling, shooting an MG out of a helicopter.
Exactly.
Nonsense. Wear the right shoes.
More importantly, socks though. No, you're right. I swear, I live at they're $25 pairs of socks, but darn tough socks are amazing. I wear them for hiking and like camping too. They sell them at like REI. They have them at they're made in Vermont. They have a lifetime warranty, so you develop a hole at any point, you could send them back, and they'll send you another pair of socks.
I'll be sending them back every other day.
I only have 2 pairs of them, but like I love those. They're fantastic wool hiking socks. Darn tough. We do not carry them, nor am I sponsored, but this is a plug. Absolutely amazing
should sponsor.
socks.
We need a sock company to sponsor us.
I think so too.
We should carry socks. I think we do a lot of good sock sales on the trailers, man. The amount of people at Milsims I see could use an extra pair of socks.
It is. I saw them at SHOT Show last year, so maybe this year we'll walk up to them and be like, "Hey, we want to carry some."
For real. Hey, can we get some socks, please?
They would probably do good on the trailer.
I think they would. I mean, honestly, you should always bring extra socks.
Steel toe boots. Yeah, steel toe boots. I wouldn't wear them for Airsoft.
Dude, in the winter, they just get so cold.
Yeah, that's a labor shoe, not like a hiking or Airsoft shoe.
I wouldn't run around in steel toes.
First all, I've been here. Secondly, he's the other Ross, not me. I think you guys next time that you're in the same room, you guys need to fight.
Listen, we fought on the field.
Oh yeah,
we did. We were on opposite teams. We took it out. I don't know.
Did you claim the title?
I don't know who did. I'd say it was pretty equal overall. Ross was throwing a lot of frags at me. I got a lot of grenades to the feet.
Crazy stuff.
Not happy about it. If you missed that, go check out our YouTube video. It is the vendor night from Bolt Bash. It is the gameplay video. It was a lot of fun. We all got out there. There's some footage from Eric, from me, from some of the other guys. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Definitely check out the arena if you haven't. It's a whole lot of fun down there.
I've been rocking Solomon Ultras for the last year, and they've been great, but they haven't held up like I thought they should. See, I agree. Solomons don't. I think the biggest thing with Solomons is I've owned a pair of Solomons, and I still have them. I just don't think their lifespan is as impressive as the Loas. They develop holes easier. The creases become holes, and shoe glue. It becomes inevitable with Solomons. They're great boots. Don't get me wrong. I just, I'd take the Loas over them any day to be honest. The giveaway is not today. It is next week.
Giveaway is next week, 1:30, right here on the live. We'll be giving away the RD701 by SEMA, licensed by EMG and Rifle Dynamics.
It's lurking behind us.
It's really cool.
I'm not going to look at it, though, because,
we can't look at it.
I'm sure you could do something.
You all can look at it.
REI liner socks and Wrangler wool overs. Yeah, no, REI. I have a couple pair of the REI liners, too, and they're nice. Ross, call them. Maybe you guys should fight.
We did shoot each other fairly evenly.
So last week it seemed like the out-of-the-box part stumped y'all. Let's do the same question, but you're able to replace one part. So best pistol, shotgun, SMG, rifle, DM. That's more advanced than the question. And no MTWs.
You're able to replace one part. I think that's got to be held for Wes and Tom to remake. They have strong opinions on this.
Yeah, I mean, I bet you and I could probably agree quicker and get through it.
Yeah.
And, like, the one part that we'd replace on every gun would probably just be the barrel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we're going for one part, because I'm not going to put, like, a Titan in without doing the gears,
Yeah, I mean, you do.
Or a motor, or a higher torque motor.
Most guns out of the box can get a barrel build and be pretty straight shooters.
I mean, most of the ones they said I agree with anyway. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
like I think like if you make the no MTW rule, I think it changes things up a little bit because like MTWs are so great out of the box.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, like I totally agree with the AP and like the Glock. The VFC Glocks are amazing.
They are. Yeah.
I don't even remember, but yeah, we'll save that for them for next week. I think that would be a good continuation for them.
Yeah, they Tom especially has some passionate opinions on out of the box guns. I'm not as familiar with a lot of the tech side of airsoft stuff.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not a huge. I know what I know by virtue from being around it. Or from, you know.
I mean, I could tell you what I've run that I like, but that's not really gonna answer that one. I would love to go to ASW for a time. Have a duel like the Wild West.
Action sports is a great field.
Have you been out there?
Yeah, I've been there a couple times.
I haven't been out there.
It's a really good field. I think I've been there 3 times. 2 AMSs and the one Gun Gamers event.
Yeah.
Why is your guys' only location in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
We've answered that before.
This is a question that comes up quite often.
It does.
We're only like 29 people, I think. I think that's what the current employee, and that counts not only us that are front facing, but our team of shippers and our customer service guys who are also front facing here and there, and like our Ryan who's in the back, and we're only 30 people. But on paper, we're a small business. We're a small company. We do puff our chest a little bit in terms of size because of how much we travel and how prevalent we are in airsoft. But at the end of the day, we are only 30 people.
Yeah, and I mean, the other big thing is that we do travel. We do have our trailers. They go out to events. We're all over the country for the most part, pretty much any given weekend. So we technically do have 2 other storefronts besides our main retail one. It just happens to be our traveling trailers. Right. And I mean, if you're going to events, if you're an airsoft who's out in the Milsim community, I mean, you can find us pretty much anywhere where you're playing at for the most part, especially this side of the States on the East Coast. So that's kind of, I think, why we don't have a second store location. We're just kind of already all over the place, and that's a lot to manage on its own.
We also, with our numbers and what we are like on paper, we want to make sure we perfect what we're doing totally before biting something off unnecessarily without, being ready for it. But, maybe someday. That's up to the boss man.
I'd love to. I'd love to have a second location in California, and I could be like, yo, I'm gonna go do
Texas.
a week. I'm gonna go do like a week worth of shifts over in like the California location.
It would be. It
I'll
would be
fly
very
over there
cool.
and do my, it'd be really nice. We should get an EU location. I want to play at some of those.
It would
fields.
just have to be run like a franchise, like where it would we'd probably have to send one of us out there. Yeah. To help set it up.
Yeah, I'll live. Hey, you want to send me out there? I'll live out in Europe for a week,
cool.
in a couple months. Set it up.
We could always dream, but we'll see if it ever happens.
No, it won't. It won't happen. It's fine. Favorite niche kit?
I don't know. I mean, niche. What's niche? Specify, Ross. What do you mean by niche?
Favorite niche? The JGSDF kit. Oh, my Japanese kit. I don't know if that's niche. Is that niche? I guess so.
I think that's niche for sure. That's
niche.
super niche because nobody else. I don't see anybody else doing it.
I don't.
It just depends what you mean by niche, really. But we'll come back to that. Dumb question. There's no dumb questions. All questions are welcome. But what were your guys' first HPA? Oh, this is completely reasonable. First HPA gun. What type of HPA system was it? You wanna go first?
My first HPA gun.
I still have my first HPA gun.
Yeah, it was a F2 fusion engine. It was in a G&G, the Combat Machine Mark 18 body, and I liked it because it was like super light. I mean, it was a CQB gun for me. So like, I mean, I was terrible on the field in 2016. So that's all I got to say about that. People did not like to play against me. Do my little speed softer thing.
Well, I've only owned 3 HPA engines. I'm a bigger AEG guy. But my first HPA engine was a Fusion Engine 249. And I still have it.
And that's pretty
it's on
sweet,
my wall still.
honestly. If we're gonna go HPA,
I actually might revive it. I think I want to get a bull gearbox mag because that back tension on those BBs are gonna help them sit and feed better.
Yeah.
I think we'll chop the barrel a little bit too. We'll see. We'll see if I get around to it. But yeah, it's a Fusion Engine M249. Thoughts on the Gen 3 MTW? Well, I think the whatever Wolverine puts out is going to be a great product. They spend so much time with R&D. I couldn't tell you what the.
I think the Gen 3 is externals.
Oh, well,
I think it's like the way they cut the body and stuff. I think
Maybe you're
internally
right. Uh-huh.
it's the same as the other ones, which I mean they're good, like they're nice. So not much to say there, honestly.
Anything not NATO/multicam. It's like so wait, is it just any NATO multicam kit?
No,
Or
he's
is
saying
this-
any kit that's not like what you see all the time, any niche kit.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Because like you're
there are a
essentially
lot of
just
cool
asking
ones.
for Russian kits or like militia kits or like. I mean, technically, you have Japan, but that's not. I mean, that'd be niche. I would still.
yeah, that'd be niche. I mean, there are a lot of niche kits I can see. I don't know. It's kind of hard though, because even some of the niche stuff I see people running, it's just hard to find. So that's, that's part of the reason.
I think like my
people know
KSK
of it.
impression is niche.
Yeah, that's pretty niche. I don't.
I mean,
I
I'm
don't-
wearing a
I don't see lot of people
G36.
running that.
I had to print a handguard to get it to be the right,
Yeah.
you know, the right format. But
He followed up. So favorite niche kit, camo pattern / uniform, gear, and replica. I mean, as I said, the JGSDF. Someone actually asked, what camo am I wearing? That's what this is. This is JGSDF. The Japanese name for it's like, I don't know, Junruto or something like that.
It's
I don't know.
definitely. I mean, it's just a version of like Flectarn.
Yeah, it is. But it's what the Japanese Ground Self-Defense Force run. That would be my niche kit. Replica would be a Type 98. I mean, they're cool. My all-time, like, peak airsoft gun, if anybody can find one out there in the universe, is the Sistema PTW Type 98. I don't think they exist. I think that the Japanese government got them for training, and they're not anywhere else available.
Yeah, it's.
I've never seen one.
That's
So
a pretty niche.
that would be my niche kit.
Rifle.
You have a niche kit?
I don't know. I mean, like ever since I got into airsoft, I always wanted to do a KSK impression, and I finally did it, and that was like the one I always wanted to do.
I mean, it's cool.
I think it's pretty niche. I don't think. I mean, you don't necessarily see like
Yeah.
real put together KSK
Yeah, yeah.
impressions. I mean, yeah, we're running G36s. We're not running like your standard M4s, but I don't know. I don't know what might like.
They're cool. They're unique. I'm trying to think of just another. I mean, I don't know.
I guess the thing is, like my Belgium kit's pretty niche. I mean, nobody does
Yeah.
them. There's nobody.
Yeah.
I think there's a small group that's developed, but like that's like one. You know, one version of a kit that hasn't been done like at all for the most part, as far
Yeah.
as I know, other than like a couple people here and there. But Russian Smersh rig goes hard. Yeah, it does go hard. I just don't know if it's niche. I've seen.
I don't think it'd be niche.
Unless you're just saying, you know, separate thought.
Yeah.
But it is a very cool impression.
Someone else asking about the Wolverine Havoc.
We
have.
have seen him.
We have seen
I'm
them.
looking at it right now.
We have one.
But I don't know a lot about it.
They're
And if
cool.
I did, I probably couldn't tell you until
Yeah.
when this comes out.
You know, we don't know too much about him. It's a shotgun and it shoots
It shoots BBs.
BBs out of it like a shotgun does. It's cool.
For someone who is never going HPA, what AAG upgrades do you suggest? Thanks. I would say, I mean, HPA or not, or AG or not, I would do barrel bucking, hop-up unit if you can. Barrel builds are like half the battle with airsoft guns.
Probably MOSFET.
But yeah, once you get into the AG, MOSFET, like a Gate Titan, high torque motor, 13-to-1s, or a tighter or a ratio close.
Switch that battery to Dean's.
Get the make sure you're wired
The
to
simple
Dean's if you're
stuff,
not.
you know.
Yeah, simple
wanna
things
forget
like
about
that. Max cylinders, the ported ones are really nice. They make them for different FPS variants. Make sure your spring is a good one. I mean, yeah, springs are pretty universal, but make sure you're shooting what you want to shoot.
Yep.
Piston head. I'm just going through a gearbox in my head as much as I can.
I agree. All my guns at this point, honestly, are HBA.
Yeah, you're
I
bigger on
kind of
HPA.
don't have any AGs at the moment.
Jeftron as well. Jeftron's a good MOSFET. Perun makes a good MOSFET. I just have always used Titans myself.
Yeah, I have a Perun sitting on my desk right now that needs to go in something. So
The Havoc is not, as far as I know,
it's a full gun.
is not a drop-in though. You can't drop it and do an M4.
No, it is.
That's like a
It's
completely
its own.
different
It's its
thing.
own replica, which they have an AEG version released. I don't think it's through.
Well, you're talking about the
Wolverine.
Gen 12. The Havoc's the engine.
Oh, that's
It's
in the
not-
Gen 12.
It's built in to the. It's built. But you're right. It is.
Can you
built
buy?
in.
Can you buy just the Havoc?
I don't think so. I think it's.
Okay.
But I'm not. I'm not sure.
Because
That's all
it is the Gen
speculation.
12, right?
Yeah, the gun is Gen
Yeah,
12.
yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
But
I didn't know. Okay, yeah, I didn't know if the engine was. I don't know. Maybe they will sell it as a drop-in, but I doubt it'll
Hey,
drop into a
that's-
regular M4.
Yeah,
that'd be
it's a sh-
surprising.
Yeah, I don't even
I'd
know
be
if it could
surprised.
support it.
Yeah, MTW doesn't really sell any of their stuff as drop-ins, do they?
Yeah, one like Inferno.
Well, the Inferno, but that's
a Reaper, obviously.
Yeah.
And some of the other, like the Bolt and some of the other engines
Yeah.
that aren't coming to mind at the moment. Why are all Rustware grenade launchers kind of poop? Praying tag in to import those kick charge GP2530s. Good question, to be honest. I
zoned out.
all the underbarrel grenade launchers for AKs are like either D-Boy or somebody else that made them, but they're not great. Been waiting for a long time, for years, since it was teased like 4 or 5 years ago for the what's that thing? I started the sentence and I can't remember what the gun's called. It's the Russian standalone grenade launcher. If you remember what it is, throw it in the chat.
Yeah, that thing.
It's like I can see it in my head. I just can't remember the name. But good, it stinks. But I mean, sometimes. I think all grenade launchers were pretty poop until Taggin released their launchables and their own grenade launcher.
Yeah.
That's the most surefire way of being able to launch them.
I like when people make a potato cannon and then they launch them out of those.
Tennis balls.
Yeah.
Nerf
Launch
rockets.
some P-nades out of that. I do like the show Gate, Ross. I do. Fantastic show. If you haven't seen it, it's an anime. We love anime.
You're an anime guy.
I am an anime guy. I do like Gate. It's fun.
I am not an anime guy.
But yeah, if you want to see some JGSDF love, watch Gate. It's pretty fun. If there was pieces of advice you could give your younger self when it comes to airsofting, what would it be?
That's a good question.
I would say my biggest thing, especially when I started out, because I started out in CQB, is don't be afraid to get hit. I'll say there were a lot of times, especially when, I was really young when I probably started playing when I was like 13, 14.
Yeah,
And there were definitely some times like where I'd be getting shot at and I'd be like afraid to get shot. I'd be like, that hurts. I'm nervous right now, and you're like, adrenaline gets to you too.
I would have told myself the first time I ever played, which was probably 15 years ago at this point-ish, don't buy the disposable camo at TRP.
That's true.
Don't spend
fair.
spend the $8 your parents give you for hot dogs and lunch.
Definitely do your research. I've told you this before, but my first airsoft gun, I thought I was buying a KWA MP7, and it was actually the Walmart MP7. I just thought an airsoft MP7 was an
just
airsoft MP7.
universal.
So then I got this little AEG piece of trash, and it did not match the reviews I watched. So do a little bit of research on your kit. It's all right. You're gonna spend money on stuff you don't necessarily need or want. But
I don't know if I could, like, it sounds really, I sound really full of it, but I don't know. I feel like I have more advice for myself now.
Oh, you were
than I
perfect
did.
back then.
Well, I wasn't perfect, but I think I went like a route that was like I warmed up to it. I went as much as I could.
Same.
I don't think like I did anything stupid.
As I was saying about like being afraid to get hit, like obviously
in
time I got used to it and I'm no longer afraid to get shot. But that was one of the biggest things that stopped me from really having fun is like I wasn't pushing as hard as I could. I wasn't, getting myself in the action as much because I'm afraid to get shot, And I see that a lot with newer players.
I actually have one now, and I thought about get yourself out of your comfort zone and go play some bigger games. I was always like, whenever I was in like middle school playing, and like whenever I got into high school, I hadn't gone any like big ops yet, and like I wish I would have because I would have been to some of the like I never went. These guys always talk about the Scranton Lace Factory. I never went. Never got out there.
A lot of cool events happened back then, but
yeah.
I mean, they still happen. You still have a little bit of FOMO.
Yeah, it's, but hopefully that would be push yourself out of your comfort zone as you see fit because you might, if not, you might miss out on some some good events.
Aiden's asking us why we what we did to Wes and Tom.
Good question. We are Wes and Tom.
We
Let's
are.
gaslight you.
Yeah. We should have our Halloween special. We're just wearing like their
face.
their faces. Just us there.
Clarice.
You can have your shirt unbuttoned all the way down to the belly button. We love them. We love them. They're busy doing things.
Tom's working on something in the trailers, and Wes is coming back from vacation.
Yeah. When I looked into the Havoc, it has priority hop and loads all the BBs at once, so I'm figuring it could possibly be a drop-in, and since I think all MTW engines are available separate.
I don't know yet, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, we don't know.
I think, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
It'd be cool as a drop-in. I'd love to see what kind of builds people could do with it. I'm sure there'd be some pretty awesome things you could make. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Tag and launchers. Yeah, you're right. The tag and launchers are very expensive.
They are expensive.
Thoughts on Cyberpunk Edge Runners? I don't know what that is. If you want to elaborate, do you know what that is?
I mean, Cyberpunk the game, is Edge Runners the DLC? I'm unsure. I played Cyberpunk when it first came out. I played it all the way through.
I don't game often.
I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I love the aesthetics. I thought the side missions got way too convoluted and repetitive. It was all like fetch and go quests. Doesn't really make for an open world, in my opinion. I've heard that like since then though, the updates they did. The anime. I watched the first episode, so I think that tells you.
I'm not an anime guy, unfortunately, so I don't know.
I like it. I mean, I like the anime. I like the soundtrack. I've heard the song a million times. You know the song? No. You probably would if you heard it.
Yeah, probably.
You probably would. I didn't finish it, but that's my own fault. I don't know. I didn't really get into it, but I know people who love it, so.
Ross and I watch Financial Audit.
We do. We talk about finances in here. We talk about finances, and then we watch combat footage, and that is. Dude, you gotta watch it. It's top tier. All right, I'll give it a shot. I'll watch it. I did watch the first episode, and I got very depressed when his mom died, and he's like, "I hate life." I was like, "Oh, okay." So.
How do you organize your Airsoft/Real Steel stuff?
I don't. It's all a mess.
I'm pretty organized.
It's a pile of junk.
Yeah. That so if you go on to the story, that is one of my racks that yesterday I forgot to post a picture while I was here, so I took a picture of my own rack.
I saw that. I was like, that looks nice. I was like, I need that.
A lot of that stuff on that rack is stuff that I'm kind of actively using if I'm gonna go play. It's like one of those things on that rack. But I kind of separate stuff down to like magazines or spare attachments. I also have a bunch of bins in my basement full of like all my Rust Force stuff that I haven't used recently.
Yeah, I'll say my stuff is separated into like 3 categories. I have Real Steel stuff, which is obviously separate from my Airsoft stuff because there's no reason to combine that.
No,
I have the Airsoft stuff I actively use like regularly. That's like pretty much my kit stuff, which is all I think pretty much here in the office. And then I have like a couple of big tote bins with like all the crap that I never use, and if I need it, I'll search for it.
I do
and
have
it just
my
sits
big
in my
for
basement.
sale tote bin.
Exactly.
I'm, like either actively trying to sell
I have like
or...
2 of those in my basement that are just filled with junk, and then pretty much everything I use pretty frequently is here, and then Real Steel stuff is totally separate from that. So,
disgusting finance while watching GoPro combat footage is truly a higher society activity.
It is.
Yeah,
it
I
really
wouldn't
is.
expect you to understand, Ross.
You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. All-time favorite anime myself. I'm a Ninja Scroll or Akira. I have Ninja Scroll on VHS. I have it. It's a great. I have a glitch thing. I'll watch it on my CRT TV and I'll glitch it. It's great. It's a great anime. Has some weird themes, but it's great. And Akira, I mean, that's just a classic. That's a movie. You should watch that. It's a good one. It's like I want to say it's 90s, but I think it might even be earlier than that.
I mean, I might like it.
Akira's cult classic. That one's a lot of fun.
How do you recommend reorganizing your Airsoft stuff? Lay it all out in a sort. Okay, so I have good advice for this.
Yeah, go for it.
Get a bin, put it out, and if you are trying to reorganize it, or if you go through all your stuff and be like keeping it or selling it. Put all the stuff you're selling into that bin, and have that be your for sale bins. Next time you go to a swap meet, if you want to post it on Hop Up or your story, throw your stuff that you don't use anymore in that and try to get rid of it. Other than that, I like subdivide it down into like if you have different kits, put all those kits together. I'd recommend going to like Home Depot or Walmart, buying several bins, and so you can break it down further. Like I have all my Russian impression stuff in one bin, and then all my Belgian stuff in another bin, so on and so forth. So it's probably the best way to do it in my opinion. Also, those really cheap plastic drawers that you could buy that are their own system. Those are helpful too.
Yeah, I have a problem with organizing my gear because so many of my kits take pieces from other parts of it. Like when I build out a rig for like an event, depending on what camo I'm running, I mean, I'm pulling pouches off of different like rigs, and it's just, I mean, that's why it's not organized for me. It's just everything in a bin that is stuff I use frequently enough.
Right.
But I get it. I mean, organizing is definitely worth it. Akira's early 80s. Yeah, it's pretty early. Gundam Mobile Suit. Gundam's cool. I like the action figures. I liked the Iron-Blooded Brotherhood, whatever. I like that one. I didn't watch any of the other ones. There's so many.
I know what Gundam is, but I
Gundam goes down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, I don't know it beyond.
Yeah, there's
like
so many
robot.
different facets of it. So.
Cry worth the hype.
Yes.
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 Yeah, it is. No, I'm not saying that other combat sets or companies or other forms of like combat set or uniform isn't worth it. There's plenty of good stuff out there, but Cry is amazing. I mean,
yeah,
the G3, G4s, and
no, I mean it's you get what you pay for with
exactly,
that stuff.
absolutely.
It's good. I'll say if you're looking for another company that does really good stuff, that's maybe a little bit more affordable. I'd say probably decently more affordable, like Arctis.
Yeah.
Like Arctis stuff is great.
Cool colors too.
They do. They have a lot of. Dude, I'm so sad. I wasn't on the T Block wave when they dropped that. I'm very sad. If anyone has T Block Arctis set, maybe send a DM to the Amped guy.
Roman Customs on Instagram.
Yes.
He makes a million different colors, and he copies.
Does. It's all like Cry
G3
style
stuff.
stuff.
So yeah, and pretty much any color you could think of.
It's pretty sick.
Questions over here.
What is Heavy Arms Custom? I'm not familiar.
I am not either. If you'd like to elaborate while we read the next question.
Yeah.
Favorite Kappa slide. That Lego one that I put together on the box. I don't know. That's not my universe.
High Kappa.
You'd be the one that probably.
Yeah, I mean honestly, my High Kappa is like a sleeper build. It's the TM one, but it's the externals are still TM. It's the plastic slide and everything, and all the internals are done up with like cow stuff. So I don't really have a great preference. I mean, I'll say the LA Kappa stuff seems to be good. I mean, the stuff we have out there in retail, I mean, it all looks nice. I've never really. It depends on what high cap you have too, because they can be somewhat like.
Yeah, selective.
Like sometimes they're a little bit finicky, depending on what you have.
I just don't. Yeah, I just don't. I don't know high
UF Pro is a good option.
Yes, UF Pro is a good option. UF Pro is. I mean, I think it's starting to touch Cry prices a little bit more, but it's very comfortable. Very utilitarian. They work very well, and they have some interesting colors too. So, and they'll have drops. I know they did Flectorn not too long ago.
So it comes from Gundam. Oh, you're talking about Gundam. Okay, we're crossing conversations. It's confusing me.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm reading the chat. I'm like, is this about Gundam or multicam sets?
And then the last question I have is from ACS Doomsday.
They said Doomsday question mark?
I think that's one of their events coming up. I'll get back to you on that.
We'll send Wes out again.
Yeah, we'll send Wes.
I'd love to go to ACS, but I'm busy.
I love it. I love going out there because it's just it is relaxing. It's
where are they at again? I know this.
Far side of Kentucky.
Kentucky. Okay, I knew that. Yeah. I mean, it's not a terrible.
It's not a bad drive.
It's like what 9 hours probably.
It's kind of it's far distance wise, but the drive isn't bad. I mean, it's across Ohio, which we've done a million times.
Yeah, sure.
And pretty much that once you cross over through Cincinnati into Kentucky, it's just Kentucky. So.
Yeah. No, I made the Kentucky drive not too long ago, but unfortunately it wasn't for ACS, which I wish it was. I was on the other side of Kentucky, which has no fields. I looked. I wanted to go play like maybe an open play while I was out there. There's nothing on that side of Kentucky, so.
A lot of cool history stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's true. There's history
There's
stuff.
a lot of the Grant campaign took place over on the far side.
I hope sometime to make a 4-hour trek to the actual store.
You should. It's things because Bolt Bash is over, because then I would have been just like, you should come for Bolt Bash, but.
Yeah. Next year you should come for Bolt Bash, but in between then, just come hang out.
Second week of October is typically when we plan for, so just have that in the book. Second weekend of October.
Yeah, you know, make a weekend out of it. You go play at the field, the arena.
Yeah,
the arena's open on the weekends.
You just make a Saturday out of it. Wake up early, come out,
play some airsoft, check out the retail.
Airsoft.
Check out Pittsburgh. It's a nice city if you haven't been. Honestly,
yeah,
it's really nice. There's a lot to do.
A lot of restaurants, a lot of nice little parks.
Yeah,
Point State Park is always worth seeing.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, but if anybody else any other questions, feel free to blast them. I guess we'll just keep rambling at you.
I'm trying to think if there's anything we need to shout out right now that we're doing. Obviously the giveaway. If you weren't here earlier and didn't hear me, go to our Instagram post, comment, share it. Next week during the live, we'll be announcing the giveaway for the SEMA RD701.
Yeah. If you're looking for any fun Halloween things to do, we have a Halloween event going on at the field on Saturday nights right now.
We do. Escape the Arena. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. It's pretty spooky. You want to get spooked?
Scary.
Spooky.
Yeah, it's actually, people are saying they're having a blast.
Yeah, it's an interactive kind of horror event.
It's like an escape room, but there's no puzzles. It's just survive.
Yeah, it's not an escape room. It is a.
Yeah, it's like an escape.
It is a escape.
But it's also family friendly. You're not getting shot at. It's
Yeah, I mean to
all
a degree.
actor-based.
There's some flashing lights, some stairs, some crawl spaces. So,
Yeah,
don't bring your grandmother, but
Yeah,
you can bring your little brother probably.
Yes.
He'll have fun.
Yeah, exactly. He'll have a blast. But like I said in the beginning of the live, we got some fun events on the horizon. I feel like my airsoft season is finally starting. I haven't played at all this year for the most part, but
I have a bunch of old airsoft stuff. Missed Bolt Bash, sad. But do you have any recommendations to sell stuff? It's quality, figure a youngin' could get more use out of it. I mean, there's a lot of places. I'd say, honestly, as an airsofter, I typically search Hop Up, Facebook Marketplace, eBay.
YouTube, eBay. I mean, make a video
YouTube,
for sale.
Yeah, make a.
Yeah, all those places are great.
I mean, even Craigslist sometimes, stuff pops up.
If you follow
Facebook, actually, I don't think you can do Facebook Marketplace for
I don't
airsoft.
think so either.
Yeah, I take that
there's
back.
some stuff that you can. I see it pop up.
I see it pop up, but they'll crack down on you if you do it too much.
But another good way to sell stuff, honestly, is if you're on Instagram, and obviously you are. But if you follow like myself, an account, one of our friends, Fitzy Goes Pew, there's a whole network of people in airsoft that help people sell stuff, and all you have to do is at them. It sounds confusing at face value, but if you follow like myself or Fitzy Goes Pew, you'll see him post stuff up all the time. It's just like a network of people mentioning other people and putting it on their story, so it gets out into the seller's sphere, if you will.
I get though, if you're trying to sell stuff to younger players, it's sometimes
SWAT
they're
meets
not
will be
in
the best.
those, yes.
SWAT meets will be the best place to
For sure.
sell them to younger players. But if you're trying to just sell them, this is a great method that's proven to work.
You could also show up to most open plays, and they'll typically allow you to do a little bit of selling and trading. I mean, within reason, obviously.
I mean, most places won't even say anything. You
Yeah,
just have a sign that says stuff for sale.
Yeah, if you're doing some private deals, it's usually all fine, depending on where you're at. But in Pittsburgh here, I think it's pretty cool.
TRP never says anything, and I don't remember Mercer ever caring either.
And I know some of the private events that are thrown by some of the.
Oh yeah, some of the bigger guys don't allow
Somerset.
it.
Well, I was saying the
Somerset
Somerset guys.
stuff.
So they
yeah,
usually set it up so it is kind of a swap meet at the same time. Fitz is awesome.
Perfect.
Cool.
You already know then.
Yeah.
Awesome, perfect. And so that's a great network of being able to sell stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But
Yeah, Arena Friday and Saturday from 8 to 11 is the Escape the Arena. That's the Halloween event.
Yeah, come down, run away from Michael Myers.
Yeah, they're doing it this weekend, so Friday and Saturday night, and then they're doing it, I believe, next Saturday, and that's going to be the last one. If you are a youth in the chat, we do our youth night, first Friday of every month. It's for 15 and under.
Great way to get an airsoft.
It is.
It's a great way to.
Yeah, we have a pretty big crowd that comes out to those. They have fun. So if you're newer, a little nervous to get on the field with some experienced players in full kit, show up first Friday of every month at the arena, 4 to 10 p.m. They do youth night.
Yeah, I know we're talking about doing. I know speaking about swap meets and selling stuff. I know we're nothing official yet, but we're talking about doing a springtime swap meet, not like Bolt Bash level, but just like a basic come and
not a vendor expo, just a swap meet.
Just come out and try to sell some stuff. It might be through the field, who knows?
Yeah, but if
keep your eyes peeled.
If we could gauge some interest for that, I mean, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, if people think that's a good idea, we'd love to do that.
I think there's demand for it for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to sell my stuff. I have so much stuff that I just...
Dude, I didn't sell anything at Bolt Bash.
I sold a lot.
A lot of people were selling stuff, but I was running around. I wasn't even at my table, so I came back at the end of the day. I went, did I sell anything? They're like, nah, okay.
No.
I mean, I had dumb stuff. I had a paintball gun out, like.
Yeah, just trying to move.
Yeah, someone buy my '98 custom. I don't want it.
Try to just. It's like
quarterly swap meet. Yeah, it'd be. We're thinking 2.
Yeah.
Bolt Bash and then one other, but.
But it's, I don't know. It's difficult. I mean, it's selling. Sometimes, what a lot of people don't understand is that like airsoft stuff just depreciates so quickly, and like people don't want to pay high prices for stuff, unfortunately.
Depends on what you have.
Yeah, it just depends if it's rare enough, if there's demand. But most airsoft guns just like.
I mean, I'd say across the board though, if you're fine taking a little bit of a hit on like, what you paid for it, you can move stuff. If you give a good enough deal, airsofters will buy it even if they don't need it because it's a good deal. But you just got to be willing to, shave off a little bit of that profit.
Yeah, I sold some. I mean, I took a loss on a lot of stuff overall.
I mean, if you're just trying to clear out your closet, it's easy. You can get stuff gone.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you'll put a bin out that says $5 or under, you'll get rid of all of it.
I mean, my brother sold that SR25 fully built with an Edgy Max and Kythera for like $300.
Yeah, I mean, I'd buy that. And I definitely don't need it. You know what I mean? It's just such a good deal. You're like, all right, like I guess I'll do it.
Yeah, and that's the guy was like, the guy that bought it was like, I was literally here to sell stuff to make money to afford that build and like put it together. But then I saw it and heard what he wants for it. I was able to just buy it outright.
Yeah, no, it's great. Real too, SVD.
Yeah, that's really cool. One of my like dream guns is a Real Sword Type 97. I would love to own one.
It's pretty sick.
That is such a cool airsoft gun.
See, those ones are like they're unique enough that if you find the right person, they'll pay the price for it.
Oh, those are.
But they'll sit. Yeah. They'll sit for a while.
That's a rifle that's appreciated in value. That's like one that will sell for more than it went for retail.
Oh, for sure.
GHK Groza was another one I've always wanted. There was a guy selling one not too long ago, but I just $1,200 for a GHK.
Yeah, they're nice though.
Crazy. They're so cool.
I saw someone just posted a photo of it was a GHK. It was the SIG 552 though, I think.
Oh, I did see one of those.
Who posted that? I don't know.
I have a Tokyo Marui one that needs fixed.
Yeah. No, the Tokyo Marui ones are nice.
Yeah,
just like how light they are. They feel very fun.
Yeah.
It's very small.
That's the TM.
Yeah.
TM charm. I was thinking about the stock's broken, so I was thinking about having like a 3D printed. Somebody designed me a 3D printed adapter for a pick stock on the back.
That'd be cool.
So,
get a pick stock on there.
That would be cool to have.
Get the collapsible
up and running. Maybe try to upgrade it. SIG models need to make a comeback. I agree. I mean, there's a lot of cool SIG stuff on the real steel market now and being issued. So who knows? Maybe there's some stuff planned.
Yeah.
We'll find out sooner than later, I'm sure.
We love a good SIG.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But Yeah, we're getting down to the wire here. So if anybody has anything else,
It's about
for
8
us.
minutes. Any last-minute questions for us? Ask us all your airsoft questions, all your
airsoft needs.
airsoft needs, all your airsoft wants. You know, we'll be like a genie. We can
Can
grant
we-
you 3 wishes.
I wish.
I wish.
I
too,
wish
man.
that I could grant wishes. I grant my own wishes.
Give me an HK33 and I'll be happy. Your wish, granted.
Check your mailbox.
Look under your chair right now.
Yeah. That'd be fantastic. But talking about organization, you know who has awful organization?
Awful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is good old Tom.
I was about to say Tom.
Tom, I remember
Tom's
seeing
working
Tom's
these.
LBT loadout bag for the first time when none of the
Bad.
zippers work. It looks like he just got hit by a truck in the
It's
street.
bad. Everything's are
hilarious.
falling out of it.
It's hilarious.
He's got kid everywhere. He doesn't know where anything's at.
It's so funny. It works. It works for him, but it just. I am a super highly organized person, so like seeing that is like, how's it? Yeah, Sector 7. We will be there as well. So
We
November
will.
9th, close to us. So if you're in the Pittsburgh area or Ohio, it's 2-hour drive from Pittsburgh. Sector 7 is a great field.
I haven't been up there yet. I'm disappointed in myself for that, honestly.
It's so much fun.
I
I wish
wanna
it was
make-
closer.
I want to make the trip. I mean, all the Sector 7 guys were real cool at Bolt Bash when they were all down here.
Oh, yeah,
It was a
they're-
lot of
they're
fun
great.
hanging out with them.
Do,
So.
do y'all like Ohio Airsoft?
Yeah.
I just read that.
I know. I read it too. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I like
yeah, I
Odin's. Odin's is a fun place.
I've never been to Odin's, but I've been meaning to.
That is actually. I mean, it's just as criminal as me not being in Sector 7. So
know.
we got to make a Sector 7 trip. We got to make an
Maybe
Odin's
it's like
trip.
an Ohio.
I want
weekend.
to do. We got to do some more CQB trips because there's Odin's, which I personally haven't been to in like at least 2
I know,
years
I've never
now.
been.
And like I mean, they were down here for Bolt
Oh
Bash.
yeah,
Like Kirby's
no,
a
they-
great guy. They're a
No,
lot
I
of
know
fun.
Kirby and Kirby.
Um,
He's a.
And then
he's great.
the MK fields are in Ohio, right?
I haven't been to. See, I was supposed to go, but then I got super sick when everybody
Yeah.
went.
I want to go to MK's fields. I've been to one of them. I can't even remember which one it was. They have 3
There's
now.
Medina, which is I think the one closest to Cleveland.
I think that's the one I went to. But they just opened up Willard, and then they have one more.
But I went in college. I went to Crucible before it closed.
Yeah. See, I used to. I've been to Crucible once. I went to OVA a few times.
I've been to OVA several times.
Is OVA still around?
I think OVA is still open.
Okay.
I
And then
I hope.
is
you know.
M2 Bravo West Virginia or?
I'm
They're
not
also
sure.
not around. I don't think. I went to M2 Bravo a few times. I think that might be West Virginia though.
I've
or
played.
Virginia.
I know it stinks because like I have family in Columbus, and I'm in Columbus often, but there's no airsoft fields in like Columbus.
I think
it's
the
weird.
new MK field's near there, but
That-
it's
that'd be
not.
wild
It's not in
because
Columbus
It,
though.
that'd be crazy because I just think like there's no. It feels like there's no airsoft scene whatsoever in Columbus.
I mean that's fair. I
just-
don't know what's going on in Columbus really, but I'll say
Um,
there are some. There are more CQB fields across Ohio than I think there are in like.
Yeah,
our
especially with
area.
MK. I mean, MK
Oh, yeah.
has developed like quite literally like a franchisee system.
Yeah, they have
But
three fields
it's-
open. So
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I gotta get up there. But sector is fantastic. I'm trying to think what else is in Ohio. I feel like there's something I'm missing.
you might be missing some outdoor
That's what
AO
I'm- what
location.
am
I really only know the CQB fields up there because that's what I'm used to playing.
Terry would know better.
Terry would know better.
I know Cleveland Indoor
as
Airsoft used
our
to be a
local,
legendary local Ohioan.
I was gonna call him an Ohio light.
Ohio light.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of. I mean,
No, we
Pittsburgh
should
used
make
to
the
be
drive
that
up. It's
way.
not even that far. It's like 3-4 hours to Odin's.
Yeah.
Like
I
we
know.
gotta go up and make,
Yeah, I
make a trip
know.
up there.
it stinks that Pittsburgh used to have so many great fields.
Yeah, I mean there's still quite a few fields. I just wish we had a little bit more on the like outdoor scene.
Oh, me too.
consistently.
I wish
like-
we had a Zulu 24. Or I wish we had a
Yes.
D14 or Action Sports Wisconsin, or even,
yeah.
especially Sector 7. Like, wish that we had that here. I know it's like we're here,
Yeah.
and we're a huge airsoft, force in the industry, but there's no good outdoor field.
Yeah, I mean Mercer's not bad.
I'm not saying
I'll just
Mercer's
say
not even local though. I mean Mercer's still an hour and
It
a half,
is.
2 hours, depending where you're
the
at.
biggest issue is just it's it's consistently open plays. They don't often do like even Milsim lights.
Yeah.
They used to.
Yeah, they
not
used
nearly
to.
as much, unfortunately.
I just wish that there was, like I said, like a Sector 7,
Yeah.
like within 45 minutes of downtown.
Oh yeah. I mean, I wish there was any outdoor field within 45 minutes of downtown. I mean, the only one is TRP, and that's once a month. Which, when it happens, it's fun.
It's a
fun.
paintball field that runs airsoft
Yeah,
games,
it's
which is
fun.
fine. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
It
It's
gets
just-
you outside, gets you run around.
But to have like actual engagement rules, like
Dude,
Zulu has
I want some
vehicles
like.
and
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, I
and
need some that just got a
semi-automatic,
little
yeah,
extra
it's-
level to it.
it's
you know?
airsofters.
I mean,
running
TRP doesn't
airsoft.
even allow you to run tag-ins.
Yeah, or just
Any
throwables.
pyro, any
there's no-
throwables.
Smokes
Yeah.
are the only thing allowed.
Yeah, no frag throwables, which is just kind of upsetting a little bit.
It's just a big crazy open play, really.
It's fun though. I mean,
No,
test out your
it's
kit,
fun.
have
Yeah,
fun, shoot some
exactly.
people.
It's a good place to test things
That's
out.
what we're here for. All right, we got 2 minutes. Any last minute questions? Anything you guys want to get off your brains? You have to wait a week. If not,
What's everybody going for Halloween? Who's trick or treating
dude,
in the
I do
chat?
not have a costume yet. I don't. Honestly, I think I'm gonna put a sheet over my head and cut 2 holes in it.
I
Maybe like
bought
one of
a
those.
pumpkin onesie on Amazon.
You told me that, yeah.
Yeah.
That goes hard. I was a pumpkin when I was
I've
1
been-
years old.
I've been a pumpkin several times in my life.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's so easy.
That's funny.
One
I
time in
believe it's
college, I
easy.
just bought like an orange sweatshirt and I took a Sharpie and I just
I'm
drew
sure
a
everyone
pumpkin
loved
on
you
the
for
front.
that.
It was hilarious.
No, I got my plague doctor's mask. That's what I wore last year, though, so I gotta switch it up.
Just
I
the
don't know.
mask.
Well, yeah, I did. I don't have anything else. I just wear like
You're
a
just like a dude.
like a
with
black robe, you know. I got my
Yeah.
I got my cape.
But don't forget to tune in next week. Same time, same day,
Every week, every Wednesday.
1 p.m. EST.
Hmm.
We'll see you then. And
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
That's
Make sure you enter our giveaway.
end of the giveaway. Get on that giveaway. Win this beautiful AK. It's ready to go out of the box. It's a great rifle, but we will see you guys next week.